Very good numbers. The management, in fact, has raised its profit guidance for the year to about 290 crores. So let's listen in to what they have to say.
We posted a PAT of 139 crores for H1. So if you just extrapolate, so that comes around something like 278 crores. So our portfolio has grown by 14% QOQ. So we thought it would be appropriate to revise the guidance upwards. And we are very reasonably confident that we would meet the guided number.
So can we assume that you're going to do 75 crores at least in terms of profit for the next 2 quarters?
We've given an annual guidance of 290 crores, so we stick to that.
Can you improve your guidance beyond 290 crores?
I think whatever we have to guide, we have done. So normally, the things are looking up very bright. SK is in a sweet spot. So as you said, the QOQ growth of 14% for portfolio would result in better results than what one is targeting.
I'm going to get back to the numbers in just a bit, but first I just wanted to address the piece of news yesterday with regards to first leasing and the FIR which had named you as well. Your comments on the same?
I issued a very detailed statement yesterday, so I stand by that.
Any more further developments that we could hear on the same in the next couple of days?
As I said, I've issued a statement in my personal capacity. So whatever I've got to say, I've covered in that. I have nothing more to add on that.
Fair enough. Getting back to the numbers or a larger perspective, how is life after not getting a small bank license? Do you think in retrospect it was actually a better thing because now you can focus on a niche segment and be maybe the market leader or increase your market share there?
Our life is not important. So what is important is lives of our 4.6 million borrowers, members all over the rural villages, 100,000 of them. One of the indicative metric is, the interest cost you charge for them. You can talk about efficiency, but end of the day, what is the landed cost for your customer? So post this announcement, I think we have reduced interest rate by 1.25%. Presently, we are at 20.75%, which is unquestionably the lowest rate charged by any player in the MFI segment.
Would you be interested in reapplying for any kind of license if in case the opportunity re-emerges for you?
The Honorable Reserve Bank of India is yet to notify the revised operating guidelines for the on-tap process. One has got to wait for it, evaluate it, and then, the board would take a call on it.
What kind of competition do you envisage from the small bank license space as well as the changing landscape of the financial space? What kind of competition does SKS envisage in the next maybe 2 to 3 years?
I wouldn't even use the phrase competition because the canvas is so huge and demand generation isn't a problem. The addressable market size is so huge. I think what you need is basically a robust operating model by which you can deliver collateral-free credit at the doorstep of this rural women. That calls for a bottom-heavy structure whereby you have capability to carry out all credit process at the doorstep rather than dragging them to your branches, them incurring travel cost. So if you've got that operating model in place, then I think demand generation isn't an issue. And an added factor is that if you look at the list of 8 licensees, all of them, if not most of them, are urban microfinanciers. So whereas someone like SKS is a rural microfinanciers. So 90% rural, 10% urban for us. And in their case, I guess it could be the other way around, 10% rural and 90% urban. So it's not about competition intensity. But the point you make is how would the overall, financial inclusion space transform? I think we are in interesting times. We have focused a lot on the technology. That's one of the reasons why our cost to income has come down to 47%, and that's unquestionably best of the breed. Quickly to articulate, we have revamped the operating platform, the software, the lending software, what we call as SKS Smart. And most importantly, today all our Sangam managers are equipped with a tablet. So they no longer carry loose sheets or passbooks, things like that. So they carry the tablet on which the lending platform is uploaded. It's pre-populated, so they just go and type out the details. That saves time in the center. Most importantly, when they come back to the branch, they don't need to again input the data. They just connect it to the desktop. Data is swapped and updated in the you will see a lot more technology breakthroughs in this space. We are looking forward to that.
What is your sense in terms of loan growth? Because that's been very robust for you in your non-AP portfolio. What do you envisage in the next 18 months? Do you think you're going to up the ante simply because there is going to be a lot of transition that MFIs are going to be undertaking towards small banking licenses? So is that an opportunity for you, and how much do you expect your loan growth to grow maybe in the next fiscal and even in this fiscal?
We have guided to a 50% AUM growth year on year. We stick to that. And in the foreseeable future of 3 to 5 years, we don't see any challenge in meeting that guided level of 50% AUM growth rate.
All right, then that's for SKS.